Let me ask you a question. How well do you know the major pentatonic scale? Not only how to play it in any key on the fretboard, but how to immediately hear that song or chord progression that has that major feel. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you a riff from a classic song that will not only help you master playing the major pentatonic scale, but also apply it to learning solos and improvising. So grab your guitar and let's get into it. The classic song I'm referring to is My Girl by The Temptations. I've always loved that song, but recently I was listening to the main riff and realized that the whole riff is literally the major pentatonic scale. So how cool is that? So in this lesson, we're not going to go through learning the whole song or anything like that, but I do want to focus on that main riff. It's going to alternate from a C major pentatonic scale to an F major pentatonic scale. Now there's another way you can play it. You can play it like this. Now what I want to do is break that down for you, and let's talk about this major pentatonic scale. So let's start with the C, and the way we can play it, the first way would be, I'm going to put my second finger on the A string, 3rd fret. That's the C note right there. So it's going to be 3, 5, and then it's going to be a D2, D5, G2, G5. So that looks like this. And then on the F, I'm going to start with the low E string, 1st fret. That's my F note. And it's going to be 1, 3, and then A is going to be open. Then it's going to be 3 on the A. D is going to be open. And then it's going to be 3 on the D. So it looks like this. And if you notice, that's going from root note to root note. Same on the C, root note to root note. Now I'm going to play both of those scales in a different way. We're going to start with the same C note using my index finger. And this time I'm going to go 3, 5, 7, and then D, 5, 7, and then G, 5. So root note to root note looks like this. So the F is going to be the same thing. It's going to look like the same exact pattern. So on your low E string, we've got 1st fret. That's the F note. And we're going to go 1, 3, 5. Then A, we're going to go 3, 5. Then D, we're going to go 3rd fret. So it looks like this. Okay, so now let's just talk about this major scale pattern for a moment. So C is your root note. You're going to go up a whole step, which is 2 frets, and another whole step, which is 2 more frets. So it's always going to be either way you want to look at it. You could say root note and go up 4 frets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And why just those 3 notes are so important is because that is the difference in between a major pentatonic scale and a minor pentatonic scale. So your major pentatonic scale is 1 whole step, whole step. Your minor pentatonic scale would be a 1, and you just go up 3 frets, which would be a step and a half, basically. And so think of a major C chord, open, and that major is always going to have that same major 3rd note right there. If we were doing a minor chord, then it would be a half step down from that major 3rd, so it would be a minor 3rd right there. So root note, major 3rd, root note, minor 3rd, root note, major 3rd, root note, minor 3rd. Anywhere you want to put it, you just need to be able to hear the difference. So when you're trying to learn a solo or you're improvising over a chord progression, you know, you're not normally going to be playing the full scale. In most cases, you're just going to be playing some phrases. And once again, we can go from the next root note. So here's the root note on the A string 3rd fret. Well, that same note is on the G string 5th fret. So now we can start here. Something like that. Now this is going from this root note to that root note, this C, this C. So the idea is just to really use your ear and be able to hear that no matter where you're at. If you're on this root note, let's say you're on this root note here, you could do whatever you want. Let's say E flat is your root note right there. Remember, E flat, major chord, not a minor, but a major. And now it's got that major 3rd. So the next thing to think about would be just following a basic chord progression where you have, let's say, a C major chord, and then let's say you have an A minor chord, and then let's say you have an F major, and then a G major. Play something like this. So I hope you have a lot of fun applying this to your solos and improvising. And please, in the comments, let me know if this is helpful for you. Keep rocking, and I'll see you in the next video.